Hello guys, my name is Sam and welcome back to the dark side of YouTube, and in this video we're going to be speculating around the betrayal on Iokath. It's been quite some time since I've done a speculation video, so hopefully this one's going to be very interesting for you all to watch. Given the fact that we don't really have that much to go on anyways from what we've seen at the end of the story, I'm still going to throw a few things out there and speculate around who I think might have betrayed us. So sit back, relax, because as always this video is about to get awesome. Just as a pre-warning for you all, there is definitely going to be spoilers in this video, and might not just be for the War for Iokath, but other class stories too, so keep that in mind while watching. Okay, so in the beginning for the War for Iokath, we see the Republic, the Alliance, and the Empire all arrive on Iokath to claim a super weapon. Now, each faction was tipped off about the super weapon by a message sent. The message that was sent to each of these factions was in fact the exact same message from the same sender. We just don't know who that sender is. Now, this of course is going to raise a few eyebrows, it's going to draw a lot of suspicion. Now, skipping to near the ending of the War for Iokath, we do see Typh confirm for us that somebody did betray us and lure us to Iokath. Now, the purpose for this was to reawaken the gods on Iokath, the first one being Typh, who we have seen and is now the operation boss that we have in the game. But what the end goal is there, I'm not really sure, because we've already seen that the Alliance fleet can do a lot of damage to Typh and did actually make Typh retreat. So while the first god Typh might not be all that threatening, we don't really know what they can accomplish while they are all together. So at this point we just kind of have to expect the worst when it comes to all the gods being awakened, but let's just try and draw our focus here to the person who betrayed us and lured us to Iokath. Now, notice that it does say in the game that somebody has betrayed the Alliance commander, and I think a more fair thing to say is that everybody has been betrayed, because the Republic and the Empire was also lured to Iokath. So I believe that this conspiracy is going to go a lot deeper than just having something to do with us, the player, the Alliance commander. The person who betrayed us is surely going to relate to everybody in some kind of way. Now, when we learn in game that somebody did betray us, we have the option to investigate everybody in our own alliance and anybody that we allied with. So if you allied with the Republic, you can investigate them, or if you allied with the Empire, you can investigate them instead. So what I want to do now is just jump in game and show you guys some of the mail that I've received, which are some of the results for the investigation in process. Okay, so here we are in game, and I'm currently on my Sith Juggernaut, which is Republic aligned. I do also have an Imperial aligned character, which I'll move over to in just a second. Now, apart from one piece of missing mail, they're pretty much the exact same thing. So when I'm over to the Imperial side, I'm only going to be showing you one piece of mail which is missing from this side, and that's going to be the Empress Asina piece of mail. But first of all, let's just go through this one, which is the Lana Beniko surveillance initialized thing, which is basically the entire alliance that has been investigated and all of the messages that have been intercepted. So what we can see here is that 11% of Alliance communications that have been intercepted do contain language that implicitly or explicitly criticize the Commander or the Eternal Alliance. So automatically Lana has flagged these people for further monitoring, which she is calling Stage 2. However, this is irrelevant. We also got some mail from Hilo Viz concerning resources, and she's basically stating that Iokath is going to be very important to us in the future, because it might just possibly be the only place where we can get enough resources to further redevelopment and the construction of planets that were terrorized by Valen and that kind of thing. And we also got some mail from Bewan Argo. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I find this piece of mail from Bewan Argo very unprofessional. I mean, if you think about it, we're basically the Emperor, right? We own the Eternal Fleet, and, you know, we own a huge armada, and this guy, Bewan Argo, one of our Alliance commanders, starts off his mail with, "I'm sickened, Commander. I was just informed that you approved a plan to spy on every member of the Eternal Alliance," and blah blah blah. He goes on to say that he was going to hand in his resignation. Now, I don't know who this guy thinks he is, but I'm the Emperor, okay? You do not send me a piece of mail like this. Otherwise, I'm going to kill you, okay? So if I get the chance, Bewan, I am going to kill you just like I killed Malavai Quinn. Oh my god, that death was so satisfying. I don't know about anybody else, but wow. Okay, so for the other pieces of mail that we received, one was about Lana Beniko and the other one about Ferron Shan. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but they will be, of course, moving to further investigation because they are like the closest people to us, the Alliance Commander. Okay, so I'm just going to jump over to my assassin now. Okay, so here on my assassin, we did get some more mail. One of which was about Empress Asina, which I'm going to open up here. There it is. Okay, so this piece of mail about Asina is talking about heavily encrypted messages that were sent to Darth Varon. So this is of course going to make us think that this is very suspicious, because she's sending very heavily encrypted messages to Darth Varon. Just to point out here, I am aligned with the Empire on this character, so there is no reason for Empress Athena to hide anything from me. But that being said, I guess she probably would do that because she should really be afraid of us. So these heavily encrypted messages that she's been sending to Darth Varon could quite be something to do with this conspiracy. However, once again, it is completely irrelevant. And I'm basically just going to move on to the point here because I don't want to waste your guys' time here. Now, please bear in mind from this point forward, this video is going to contain huge, and I mean huge, monumental spoilers about the person who betrayed us on Iokath. Like, I'm being legitimately serious right now. I have already discovered who it is that has betrayed us. Now, just to clarify, this is something that I stumbled across accidentally. Okay, so let me run it down. The first time I went through the storyline on Iokath, I used my Sith Assassin and everything was good. The story was enthralling, I'll say. It turns out that somebody betrayed us and names like Darth Jadis and a rogue SIS agent were involved, and I was just, you know, goosebumps. Who could it be? Who could it quite possibly be? And then obviously me being me, I wanted to speculate and I started thinking, well, could it be SWTOR or Darth Maul? Could it relate to those people? Because we haven't heard from those in quite some time. We can already rule out the Shroud. If you didn't do that bonus chapter, then you might not have actually heard Lana say that we've already ruled out the Shroud. And if you don't know what actually happened with the Shroud, then feel free to go back and watch my video, which is the HK55 bonus chapter that we got like way back when. You know, it's all the cutscenes and stuff, so you're going to see like everything that happened with the Shroud and how things played out. Okay, I'm dragging on too much. Here we go. So this cutscene here is from my Sith Assassin, when my Sith Assassin played through on Iokath. And here we see the scene of the quote-unquote betrayer, or possibly just a disciple of the betrayer. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is what this person is wearing. It's a long black cloak. It almost looks like the Kreia armor set from behind. But what actually happened, and once again, this is the last time I'm going to warn you, spoilers ahead. What happened when I played through with my Sith warrior is a lot of the cutscenes experienced a lot of clipping, and I mean like jitteriness. You know, kind of like how when you spam the spacebar and things just start to get a little bit messy in cutscenes. Well, that was happening quite a lot when I was playing through on my Sith warrior, and when we got to this exact same scene, I saw this instead. And if we just pause it there, we can quite clearly see Scion clothing. Now, I'm completely aware that this could just be a placeholder, but what are the chances of that actually being a placeholder? I guess none of us are really going to know, but all I do know is that this is clipped through in the cutscene and we can see Scion clothing. So at this point in time, for me, the betrayers are the Scions. I mean, after all, they are also on Iokath. Does anything else really need saying? Just take a look back at all of the destiny squabble that they've talked about. They're probably doing this for some sort of greater good type thing. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video because that's pretty much all I have for you today. Do you think that this is a placeholder? Do you think that this actually could be the Scions that are betraying us? Let me know with your own speculation down in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.